Hi guys, the wife's at work for the day, so me and Kat are out in the van, gonna have a bit of a tinker around, see what we can do today. Stick around. So I wanted to change those plastic fixers for the longer ones that I showed you in a previous video. I thought while I've got it off, I'll have a look if there's a good space behind to make a little cubbyhole or something, and there isn't really. There's cables behind there and there's wires. It's not viable. But what I have noticed is if you have a look, when the doors open, down that side, you've got a good 2 or 3 inches. So when the door's closed, I could have a shelf here and a shelf there. So when you're sat cooking, you can get things from here. And I think that would be good. I think that's going to be helpful. And also, before I put the longer fixings in there, because a couple of these kept popping off, especially this corner, so I'll put the longer fixings in. And before we put that back on, we can also put a little storage container there. So I think 1, 2, 3, maybe one low as well, because it's not going to be in the way. When the door opens, it pushes away a couple of inches. So it could be a good little place to have a little cubbyhole there. So let's do that today. I've also found a little fun project, I think. This is just a cover, and it's obviously to allow access into there. So I could cut a hole in there, make a little cupboard there. Don't know what I'll keep in there, but I appear to like cupboards. So what the hell, let's do it. Yeah, I think that'll be a good idea. What do you think, Kat? She wanted to come along and see what Dad's doing. Yeah, let's do that. Something to do today. I just wanted to say I had a comment from a chap called Naughty Digit, because we were talking about the batteries and my obsession with them overheating, mainly in the summer. Obviously in the winter it's fine. And this chap Naughty Digit put because it's in a box with MDF, which is a very good insulator, that's not helping my situation. So I thought that was a really good point. What I did want to show you, you might not have seen it before, is on the side of the box there are 2 vents, but I totally agree with him. I think I should have more vents at the front, or what I'm calling the side. Let me show you. So where I've got this panel actually sits down, I could have a vent there, a nice big one, and I could have a vent there, and it'll look quite tidy. So thanks for that, Naughty Digit. I'm going to look at that, and that will be a project. I think you made that comment in February time. By the time a video comes out to do this, we'll probably be looking March, April or May. But thanks very much for that, appreciate it. All comments are appreciated. So I think to be safe there, 2 3/4 inches is wide enough. And I think 26 inches will be long enough as well to keep them tidy. And then we need to be able to get in them, so they don't want to be too wide. I think 4 inches is deep enough. I switched the shed on with the remote control earlier, put the heating on. That's buzzing away nicely. So it should be warm when we get in. Bit of a cool day today. Toasty. So here we are in the shed, and we'll have a look at making those cupboards now. Now then, we had a guy come and fit the floor in the dining room because she wanted to get rid of the carpet. She said, I want floorboards. So we got these quite expensive, almost plasticky floorboards. They're the best you can get at the moment, so if you spill stuff on them, they don't expand. And as the guy was packing his stuff away, the wife was looking at me, and she knew exactly what I was thinking. I want those offcuts. If he leaves this house with those offcuts, I'm going to be sick to the skin. Ta-da! I got the offcuts, and that's going to come in handy for this project. Got to do it, haven't you? Rather than the hassle of trying to pick up those holes screwing from the back of the panel, I'm just going to go with a board that you mount straight on. I can just screw that straight to the panel that's already on. So we can mount everything to that. Just 2 shells. Piece of cake. What could go wrong? I found the perfect piece of wood, and as I was getting it out, I've knocked the bomber off. I need to get that back on. That's my first job. Disaster avoided. Back in their rightful place. So we've got an old bit of tat, and it's exactly 2 3/4 wide. You won't see it, so that'll do for me. Perfect. So those boards are a little bit flimsy, so I'm going to go with the MDF on this one because it's just a bit sturdier for the front. Okay, and also I screwed them onto the top of there, so that's now longer. So it was 4 inches, now it's 4 3/4. Who cares? So I have just took the time to countersink those screws in because I was worried they were going to show through on the fabric. I was a bit lazy otherwise. So I've done that off camera, you didn't need to see that. Now then, it's getting a bit cold in this shed and the heating, I've run out of diesel for the minute. Well, I haven't run out, it's in the garage and I can't be bothered to go and get any. But the wife's working, so she's not here to ask her if I can use the kitchen to do the fabric and the gluing. So I'm going to assume that she says, yeah, that's fine. Of course you can use the kitchen floor. So, see you in the kitchen. Boy done good, look. Got Valentine's Day sorted, on the ball. Of course, one of the great things about being allowed to do stuff like this on the kitchen floor, you know, we're assuming that we've got permission, is you also get to use these, which are the really sharp kitchen scissors. Not normally allowed, I'll be honest, but on this occasion I'm going to assume, because I don't want to disturb her at work, on this occasion I'm going to assume that it's okay if I use them. Don't grass. Why are you looking at me as if I'm naughty? Cat. Don't grass, otherwise you won't get a chicken nugget, alright? Yeah, I'm telling, she says. So you probably saw I'm running out of felt. So I'm starting to make it up with bits now, just in that corner. It's on the inside, you won't be able to see it. But I'll make it up with some bits and some sharp knife, and I'll show you what it looks like in a minute. So the more clever people amongst us will have noticed that deliberate mistake. So the width of these shells was obviously too wide, because I didn't take into account of the way I built the boxes up. And I didn't take into account the thickness of the backboard. So I've been in the garage and I've obviously cut them down. So they will fit now, and I'm glad I spotted it early on. There we are, this is the first one. I haven't put it on yet, but it's ready to go on. We're just going to cover the second one now. I've cut it down to size. So that was a deliberate mistake. And I'm sure Paul Grove was on it all the way through. Why didn't you ring me, mate? Why didn't you ring me? Well, I've got all that screwed together now, so just need to take it to the van and we'll have a look at it on the door now. I said I'd show you down inside, but most of that where I had to make up bits has been cut away anyway, but that is the inside-ish. You can't really see. I'll give it my best shot for you. So we're back in the van. We're going to have a look where this goes. Do we want to go that low that it covers those up? Yeah, we could do. But we also want it to look square, so we're going to just put that one in first. Get it nice and tight. Now we can lever it up to where we think it should be. Right, so when you're sat in the van, it's not actually going to be level underneath because the door travels up, look. So we're going to do it by eye. Decide what looks level. I think that looks about right. We'll try and keep these screws somewhere near the same so it looks tidy. Well, these screws going in from the front into this fiberboard, and it may not be enough. Go for a slightly longer screw. Yeah, they're actually pulling out, so these screws haven't got enough bite on them. So I need to get some better screws than those. Just not got enough bite. We'll go and have a look. So I've got some screws that are much coarser, so they're much better for MDF or whatever, because they've got something to claw onto, but unfortunately the cup washers don't fit them, because I've had to use bigger cup washers. But if I don't like it, I can change them. I know that's on the Mickey at the moment. I'm just going to spin this one in and then take the other one out and straighten them up. You've also got to be careful with power tools, because they're so strong and you don't realise that before you know it, you've chewed the wood up behind anyway. So we'll just rip that one out. And we're going to put this where we want it again now, which, to get it level, it's probably about there. I can't see properly, so I'll put the screw in and I'll have a look. Right, let's have a look back. Yeah, I'm happy with that. But it's upside down. So you can put things in easily here, but they're just going to drop out. So the best thing to do there is to turn it round. Right, I've turned that round now, so when you put things in there, they don't fall out. That's got to be a much better idea. Yeah. In all fairness, those screws have held pretty well, so I'm just going to go around it and put the rest of the screws in.
life's gonna go. Will it be a dance or a full stage show? Standing up just to be seen, shouting from my lungs, it's just a dream. Us glow, shining life, shooting stars, so much more than we need to know. Feeling like I'll grab the sun, heart is pumping like banging a drum, racing through standing queues, hoping to be the one. Be the one. Holding on with a little bit more and seeing the light and through your door. Singing the song, shelling targets, righting the wrongs, losing the thoughts that fill my mind, those that are walking straight behind. Why are we all treading this mill, feeling like the others are missing the thrill? Thoughts to be told with the others to be bold, making the foolish see their souls, to see their souls. Holding on to a little bit more, seeing the light coming through your door. Now that I see you and me, I'm where we could be, the fearless in me. Now that I know what we've become, to where we could be, where we could be.
Hey then, you lot all want to know if the door's going to open, don't you? Yes it is. And I did test that off camera first, so I'm a scaredy cat. Lovely. So I'm going to put this big panel on now, because I'm going to be able to screw the box on like that when I come to do the bottom one. So we're just going to pop that back in. I'll put you on some time lapse for that. Is it me, or is it a day for doing everything upside down today? Okay, so I'm going to end this one here, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks for watching Steve the Transit Camper. Had a bit of fun here, but the end result is pretty good, I think. I'm very happy with that. So until next time, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take care.